Welcome to Around the Rinks, your go-to hockey podcast.
We are back. Another episode of Around the Rinks. It's only been a week. See, we weren't too long. But we've already lost a man, so down to 3.
It came at a cost.
It did come with a cost. Reese is gone getting drunk at the Riverhawks game. Right? That's what we're hearing.
I was gonna say working, but
he's working.
Sometimes those things,
same thing.
Intersect.
Yeah. You know,
it's summertime.
He's having a blast. But what a week it's been. Too bad he's not here, because this is going to be a fun episode. Because free agency just happened. Man, a lot of scrolling Twitter this last week. I'm not sure about you guys. A lot of just keeping up on trade tracker and signing tracker and all these trackers that are out there and websites that are out there. It's been a crazy week. But I think it starts probably with the Florida Panthers. I'm not sure if you guys agree or not.
What a team.
Absolutely.
What a team.
What a team.
Just rolling, eh?
Because, a couple days before free agency happens, it's like, there's no way they can keep all 3, right? Wrong.
Never.
Wrong, because, you see Sam Bennett come out of nowhere signing an 8x8. Like, what?
Yeah, the guy was going to get 10 on the open market?
Yeah, Toronto was going to sign him $10 million for 8 years. That's what I was hearing. That's what everybody was hearing. But no, that didn't happen.
So much for that. Take a little bit less.
And everybody is like, whoa, wait, is there a chance here? Then, my God, Aaron Ekblad. I look at this deal and I'm this might be the most selfless deal I've ever seen in my life. I'm not sure if you can agree. Even this beats Sid's 8 times 7 or 8.7. Because Aaron Ekblad signed an 8-year deal worth the annual cap hit of $6.1 million.
That's insane. And I mean, he made some bucks while they were bad. Now that they're good, sticking around. I mean, absolutely, I get that, but obviously, cash doesn't mean everything to that guy, and you can only applaud it. I mean, they're gonna go back to back to back to back. It's insane. And then who else did they sign?
Just
guy by the name of Brad Marchand.
That's who it is.
Shit.
He's one to watch.
6-year deal.
Unreal, guys. Unreal.
And I look at 6 years for Brad Marchand. He can play up to 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
He seems like that player who can play up to 43, I think it goes till.
43.
And I think he's going to be still productive at that age at $5.25 million. That's a great deal.
Even if you have a $5 million skills coach, I mean, who else would you want than a guy that came in and fit like a glove?
Mm-hmm.
And talk about Boston fans.
Oh, boy.
What garbage they have gone through to get a second rounder, and then this guy say, you know what, I'm actually going to stay at the team I just won the cup with for whatever they can afford. I'll take 6 years to make the money work. Mm-hmm. Absolutely insane. A captain move. That's why you don't move these guys.
That's a captain move.
Someone needs to tell Don that, because he didn't quite get that memo.
Man, I don't understand the Bruins at all. One thing, you're trading your captain. The other thing, you're sending it to your biggest rival, who has just been destroying you in the playoffs, and now you've gone into a full rebuild because of it. They've actually just destroyed the Boston Bruins.
Yeah, they're so far away from being anywhere near competitive, anywhere near a playoff team. But I mean, okay, so let's take a look at the Florida Panthers in terms of, so they've kept a hold of the big pieces that they were looking to keep a hold of, and for relatively good money. I mean, some great savings there. There's a conversation, obviously, around the state tax, and if that has influence on take a little less on top, but you get to keep all of it kind of thing. And I think that does play a bit of a factor. I don't want to sit on that and say that's the only factor, because if I'm Sam Bennett and I take a little bit less here and be on a team that's just gone back-to-back Stanley Cup winners and quite possibly going to go for a third, or I go try in Toronto where they're close, but they haven't made it to that promised land yet. So yes, the state tax has a little bit of influence, but for me, I just go, that's a winning team. That's a winning building.
Totally.
That's a franchise that's just rolling right now. The best head coach in the league by far, I think. Why would you jump ship when things are perfect? And Sam Bennett was such a big member of that team this year, especially come playoff time. You don't want to lose a guy like that. And the franchise tells him, you are the guy for us. We trust you in those big moments. Stay here. We'll give you what we can. Maybe it's a little bit less than what you could get elsewhere, but this is where you will win.
Mm-hmm.
And tell me that Sam Bennett, like, minus, take these playoffs out of it where he's setting records with goals on the road and winning Conn Smythes and, you know, just being the heart and soul of that team. He's never broke 50 points more than once in a regular season in his career. Like, tell me that's an $8 million player anywhere else. I mean, obviously recency bias, right? But
Yeah,
you can't sit here and tell me that this guy's an $8 million player without that cup. Well, like, 2 cup runs, the PES. I mean, it comes with a lot more. I understand this, but for them to deal out $8 million, like, that's, you know, given comparables, he got a hell of a deal, in my eyes. 8 by 8, kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
Take that all day.
All day. That's a, you know, 70 point per game guy. He's never been that guy in the regular season. So, state tax, maybe not. It kind of is an overpay in some regard. I don't, you know, misquote me on that, but, like, you know, you're getting paid for playoffs, but there's 82 regular season games to worry about as well. That, you know, you're not that player.
Yeah.
So, I know we're so early on, and the season hasn't even started yet. We're kind of in the very early stages of this next year. But on paper right now, Florida Panthers favorites to go and do it all again
for the next 5 years, next 6 years.
Genuinely,
they might be the favorites nonstop. And I think the whole core is just going to be like this until the next 8 years, until those contracts are up. I think the only question mark they really have is Bobrovsky, and he is getting up there in age, but it doesn't look like it, like, at all. I don't know if this guy ages. Goalies are so weird.
Yep.
Like, goalies can easily play until their 40s unless an injury does happen, which is likely. Like, that's what it usually has been in the case. But man, they're gonna be good for a long time.
The cap shooting, and they have their top 6 forwards locked in till 2030 plus. Their top 3 D-men locked in till 2030 plus. By 2030, the cap's going to be, God knows, $150 million, right? Tell me you can't swing a goalie in free agency, little overpay, say, hey, we got all the room in the world. We got our core locked up, like you guys said, for the next 5 years. Who doesn't want to go there and win a couple cups?
Exactly.
All you do is save a couple bucks. Pommy, put it in your resume, man. You've already got TNT work. Let's go Florida Panthers. I'll become a Florida Fan.
I love it. 100%. There's so many benefits to, like, going to Florida. Like, it's not even like,
minus
I'm sure
hurricanes.
the team is the team is fantastic. No state tax. It's also just a beautiful place to live. Like, oh, you can come up here to Edmonton where it's minus 40 during the winters, and it's tough. It's a tough living over here.
Well,
then
I'm gonna use that exact
swap
statement.
it over.
I'm gonna use that exact statement to kind of to pivot to a player who has swapped the minus 40 of Edmonton to sunny Los Angeles. 40-year-old Corey Perry. Man, that one hurt, man. That one sucked.
Big time. I mean, Perry is my favorite Oiler.
And to lose him to the LA Kings of all teams.
Kenny Holland bringing it back.
Kenny Holland,
getting the boys back together. Easy, what you got going on?
I haven't really seen I haven't seen too much of it. I'm curious how Kings fans feel about it, because, you know,
I think
Perry's terrorized them for a decade. So he might be the only player to score for the LA Kings and have the whole fan base booing them still. Who knows?
But if he can do the
man,
business,
I love it. Love it.
If he can do 1-2 years in LA and finally get over that hurdle that is the Edmonton Oilers, and if he can add to that team to help them get past that first round, he'll be instantly a fan favorite. Instantly.
Definitely.
I am worried, boys. I am worried about this team right now.
This is a good segue to the LA Kings, because I think they had a terrible free agency. I'm not sure about you, but like they spent a lot of money
Yeah.
on a lot of bottom pairing guys.
Well, and
I mean,
contracts that don't age all that well. Like you're signing
no,
Brian Dumoulin to term, you're signing CC to term. Like, what are we
CC.
doing? Those guys 5 years ago, 10 years ago, sure, but
Yeah.
like we're well past those two's prime.
Like the cap hit for CC and Dumoulin is $8.5 million together. Like
And that projects as a
that's
bottom pair, does it not?
yes, it is. And you know who else just signed an $8.5 million deal? Nikolai Ehlers.
Yeah.
Like, man, that's that. Like, if you look at it that way, that stings. And like, LA's got young defensive prospects too. They can play like, and there's like, even just sign. You can sign a bottom pairing guy for $1 million, or $2 million, not 4. It's. But I guess if they have the money, I don't know what they're thinking.
But well,
Kenny Holland loves his players.
is Ken Holland and the LA Kings, are they putting their eggs in the basket of this year has to be the year right now kind of thing? Whereas you get these pieces together maybe in their final seasons or their final 1 or 2 years, and you go, right now, put it together. We have a good goalie. We have a couple good players, younger players here. Let's just go right now. So maybe that's the thinking where it's, and I think they're looking north, the Edmonton Oilers, and going, maybe a down year in Edmonton, maybe a year that they're not at their pace that they have been. Maybe this is a great opportunity to kind of strike while the iron's hot and get past that first hurdle. Because I truly, truly believe if LA had been Edmonton that first round, LA would have gone to the Western Conference Final. I really do believe it. They were the biggest test Edmonton had coming out of the West by far.
I totally agree. I mean, even just look at the series. Like LA put up a great fight. The hardest fight besides Panthers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can definitely like this is a better LA Kings team from last year, which is crazy to say because they were already a very good team. Not sure if you could say the same thing about Edmonton. Can you?
No. I'm very worried about goal scoring in this team.
Well, I mean, Andrew Mangiapane, that's a good pickup.
I like me some Andrew Mangiapane. Don't get me wrong.
The thing is, I was okay with Edmonton being quiet during this, like during free agency. It's a tough time, like for GMs to not spend money, and I mean, Florida always does it. Like they always wait until the deadline, and they pick up the best piece that the team needs. Right now, you don't know what the team needs. Like, sure, you lost a couple scoring wingers, which is now a need, but that could be a need later down the road when you know what's available. Like, you don't even know how Mangiapane's going to fit.
Yeah. Well, and like the free agency class coming up is loaded. Not saying a lot of those top guys are going to be moving, but as far as the rental market, you can kind of project it to be pretty strong, you would think, right?
Yeah.
As long as the asking price isn't too much because the assets are 0. Why not go swing? Why not? Like you said, you need a couple scoring wingers. Every year there's a couple scoring wingers out there deadline day.
Brad Marchand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brad Marchand. Maybe you can sign him for 6 more years after.
Yeah.
And
58.
How about that too? The money that they spent on Brad Marchand, taking a contract from us, thank you. See you later, Victor Arvidsson.
Yeah.
And then Tanner Jeannot, upwards of $7 million for those two. I mean, come on, the Bruins fans. I hate you, so I'm not sorry, but like a little bit.
A little bit. But then again, that's such a the Bruins are such a weird team. Like Pastrnak can score 60 goals next year, and they're back in the playoffs. They have Charlie McAvoy. Who knows? Swayman can have a Vezina caliber season again. So it's just that team feels a lot more of a coin flip than others in the Atlantic, which are only going up.
Should we talk about the Toronto Maple Leafs? Because they were very busy coming towards deadline day, and they had some big pieces to move.
I think the first one starts with Mitch Marner. I mean, that's the biggest move of.
For?
What's that?
How long have we been? We missed Marner for that long.
I know.
Marner.
Goodness.
Marner was like the Monday deal, right? Or you mean for the podcast? Yeah.
Yeah.
That happened.
That's a big move.
That was a huge move.
That was a huge move, and $12 million, not a big deal.
Off to Sin City.
Yeah, Vegas.
Who get better?
I mean,
who get better, and that's why the division's
that's
getting
scary.
better, and the Edmonton Oilers are sending Connor Brown away. Wake up! He's your best player. Put it together. Come on.
He's your best player.
Love me some Connor Brown.
so it's only because you kind of look like him.
Love Connor Brown.
But Mitch Marner to Vegas, that's pretty big.
It's huge.
it's huge.
It's
Good
huge
for
for
them.
both sides.
Yeah. I think it's exactly what he needed.
It sucks because the only reason you afford him is because Pietrangelo is from the
He's
looks of it,
done.
his career's done.
Well, he put out a statement,
And-
no saying he's
yeah.
walking away. Yeah.
Sucks.
Sucks. You hate to
That's
see
a
that.
player. That's a player you would love to have
Yeah.
during the Olympics for Canada, which he didn't play during the Four Nations because of the injury. Which now that all makes sense. I feel like we were shitting on him for
Yeah, like come on.
come on, why you're not going to represent our country? I feel terrible now.
Good thing we did take that hiatus, or else we would have to go back
Yeah.
and say, "Hey, sorry, Alex."
Apology video.
I'll put a ukulele in the background. Don't worry.
I'm not a fan of this for Toronto, obviously. I mean, you get Nick Waugh back, which is honestly a pretty good pickup, great third liner. But if you knew Marner was
90-point
going
guy.
to leave, if you knew he was going to go, well, why didn't you trade him? I like,
Well, I think they did, and I think that was the nail in the coffin. It was
but
the old
like,
switch me.
but you're not like you could have got more at the deadline for Marner.
Yeah, well, okay, I see what you're saying.
Like,
But like, I think
think of what like Colorado did with Rantanen.
well,
Like,
I think
you coulda
that
did something
but
like that.
yeah. But
Unless
I
Marner
think
was leading them on, I don't know.
the Rantanen for Marner thing is probably what did it. No, because
Yeah.
Carolina was trying to get
Yeah,
Marner back, and
yeah,
Marner
they
said he
were.
wasn't going to waive his
Def-
no move.
Yeah.
I think
Definitely.
that probably was like, hey, screw you guys, no.
Yeah.
Like, he was already kind of shaky waters, and this kid grew up there, hometown kid.
Yeah.
Takes all the beating happily.
Nonstop.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
love it. Right? Like, I love being here. This is my home. This is it. And
Mhm.
now you're gonna trade me? Are you kidding me? I don't know. If it was me in those shoes, I'm walking to Vegas. See you
Yeah,
later.
mine as well.
I'm out of here. I'm going to the desert. And I'm gonna
12
win some
million
playoff
bucks.
series.
Well, exactly. He
Yeah.
gets paid. He's going to a very competitive
Mm-hmm.
team. He's going to a great place to live. Like, I don't see very many
Mm-hmm.
negatives of him leaving Toronto and going to Vegas. I mean, it's a good move for him as a person. Good move for Vegas, obviously. And Toronto
Yeah.
just needed to cut ties. I think it was a saga that went on too long, and he took all the blame for no reason. I think.
Yeah, he's soft,
Yeah,
but he
definitely.
scores 90 points. I mean, that's not his
He's
job is to be
soft.
hard. Like, you get Nick Was for that. No offense to Nick Was, he's a hell of a
Yeah.
player, but he's not
Totally.
scoring 90 points.
No.
You don't expect that
No.
guy to go in the corners every single shift and dig pucks out. He's sitting in the slot. Like,
Mhm.
leave him alone, guys. Come
But
on.
I mean, he also kills penalties. Like he's a
Yeah.
great forward. He does so much for your team. I know his playoff numbers aren't that good.
Toronto's playoffs numbers
But-
aren't that good. Come on.
I was gonna say, yeah, like I don't think you can
Yeah.
again single that on him.
Nylander's like their only good playoff performer.
Yeah.
Where's your captain
I'm a
come
big-
playoff time?
You're a captain.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking here on Puckpedia. I just have it cap hit. We haven't talked about Bouchard yet.
I'm trying to avoid it, man.
Really?
I'm trying to avoid it.
Am I the only one who likes this deal?
I'm
I
undecided.
wish it was
yet.
6 years.
I wish it was more. I wish it was 8. Yeah, 6 to 8. I agree with that.
Eight's a lot of Bouchard. No,
Hang
I
on.
think 8 more years of Bouchard, we might want to say, hey,
I
pal.
don't know what Evan Bouchard you get
It's
tomorrow,
25,
let
yeah.
alone in 6 or 8 years. Like, who knows what happens? Like, again,
Yeah.
when Bouchard is the definition of his highs are so high, but man, are
Mhm.
his lows low. Like,
Yeah.
if he could just stabilize a little bit in the middle, and yes, you lose a little bit offensively, but you gain a little bit defensively, man,
Mhm.
you were in dream world as the Edmonton Oilers. But I think correct move to sign him. Correct move
Totally.
to lock
Yes,
him down,
had
keep
to.
him. That's your guy. That's a guy you build the team around. The thing that absolutely terrifies me is that the Edmonton Oilers currently have the highest 1-2 defenseman in the NHL in Evan Bouchard and Darnell Nurse. Highest paid. What? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
Neither of them know how to
yeah,
defend.
yeah.
Like,
throw out
Yeah.
core 4.
Hey,
Oh God.
Hey,
Oh.
like you
Don't say
have to
that.
pay these guys. You do.
have to.
But man, like the team today, like I thought the Edmonton Oilers, if I go back 2 years ago, the very first Cup final versus Florida, I think the team was better then than the team was this Cup finals. And now I'm going, we're not even at day one of the season. I think the team is worse off again.
Yeah.
We're taking steps
Yeah.
backwards. And okay, Mangiapane can come in and score a couple goals, but the team itself does not feel cohesive or complete or like the right players. I don't know what the system is they want. Do you want to be big and tough and physical? Do you want to be fast and speedy? I don't know what they're looking for right now. And Evan Bouchard, again, you need to decide him. It had to happen, but man, I worry about what happens if he has a bad year this year.
The thing with Bouchard,
Well, it's a very movable
Oh, go ahead,
contract too. No, and I also I want to say, ever since those offer sheets, I know we got to get over those, but like, how good would Dylan Holloway look
And Broberg.
riding with Leon? Screw Broberg.
I would
Great
know that.
year.
I would have let him go. I would have let him go. Yeah.
Oh,
But say you keep him,
Holloway's
say you
the
don't.
one. Yeah.
Holloway,
Yeah.
dude. Oh, you need a
Even
winger.
Fogle.
We just talked about it.
that
Fogle.
Folk Daddy.
Yeah, let's sign Arvidsson instead. And then, well, how'd that work? Eh? Let's keep
Which is-
voices in house.
The scary thing with Mangiapane is like,
Yeah.
oh God,
Yeah.
who knows?
Holloway
Like, you don't
was-
know
Who
how he
knows?
fits. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Arvidsson's a fantastic player. Like, he scored 25 goals,
Yeah.
but
And terrorized
this
the
year.
Oilers in a Kings jersey.
yeah,
He also
totally.
terrorized the Oilers in an Oilers jersey. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Just fell
But-
over a lot.
Yes. I fell over a lot and slap shots when no one's
Mhm.
around. Like, what are we doing? But hey, not to beat a dead horse, but the Holloway thing. Like, you need a 60-point winger. Oh, you let one walk
Yeah.
because you were too proud to sign him. Well, his cap hit was going to be what, 2.234 ish? You could slide that in, no problem.
So, like,
No, too proud.
just to kind of
Hurts.
go back to then. So, let's say they match the offer sheet. You keep Dylan Holloway. Would that just
Yeah.
mean Victor Arvidsson does not become an Edmonton Oiler? Is that the kind of replacement?
Probably.
Well, or you did a little bit more shuffling. It might have been Perry. It might have been your Connor Brown. Like,
Yeah.
there was pieces that they had that they signed
Mhm.
that it could have been any number. But
But you're
the
right.
Jeff Skinner, Victor Arvidsson, I mean, 2020, right?
Oh.
Hindsight's 2020. But like, talk about shooting yourself in the foot. $7 million went to St. Louis. $7 million signed with you, and now both those players aren't coming back.
Yeah.
Like, that's the future of your franchise. You let just walk out the door.
What would you have? So, out of let's leave a school grading. What grade are you giving Stan Bowman so far as Edmonton Oilers GM? I know
Okay,
he hasn't
the
been in
thing-
the
the
job
thing with
for
Bowman,
a long time.
I don't think he was as involved for the offer sheet.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Crap
that
that
even
went on.
happened before,
Yeah.
no?
No,
was
I
all
think
official?
it was.
Was it
Or
not
was it like his
Jackson?
first couple days on the job? I thought
think
it was Jackson.
his first. I think it was his first couple. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't
Because that was
remember.
closer.
It
That
a
was
year
closer
ago.
to the training camp. Is when the offer sheets happened, right?
No.
Training
Training
camp-
training
Oh
camp
no,
in,
I'm
like-
thinking Drysdale.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Drysdale was later. Yeah, it was early on.
Yeah.
They went.
It was early. Like, probably now,
Yeah.
a couple days after.
I believe it was the
Because
end
they
of
went
the-
out,
would've been
made a
Ja-
splash.
Yeah, that would have been Jackson.
And everybody was fired up. We got Skinner, we got
Yeah.
Arvidsson, and then we were going to sign our two young guys. And then all of a sudden, the two young guys
Yeah.
were, so yeah.
I remember I was doing a podcast where we went, this team is locked and loaded and they are looking fantastic. And we came back and went, never mind.
Yeah.
I mean, they went to the Cup final.
Yeah.
Then-
They did. They did. And that's the thing. Like, I think the Edmonton Oilers fan base and media are very doom and gloom or extreme. And you
Mhm.
go,
Oh, 100%.
things are bad.
I
Things are
agree.
awful. We have the worst goalie in the league. We have Evan Bouchard who's cross-eyed, doesn't know where he is on the ice. Connor McDavid probably won't sign a new contract. He'll go become a Toronto Maple Leaf soon. This
Yep.
happens, that happens, yada, yada,
Of
yada.
course.
This all happens, right?
It's always the Leafs.
But that, like, come on. How many jerseys would they sell out? He would sell out Toronto
It's-
3 times over if he was over there.
Man.
But, like, you know, the media and the fan base is so hypercritical on all this stuff, and I get it.
Mhm.
That is what the city of Edmonton is. It is only the Edmonton Oilers. You take the Oilers out of the city, we've got diddly squat pretty much. But we're being so hypersensitive. I don't think Stan Bowman knows what he wants as a team right now. I don't think he has an identity for this team.
I don't think he can just come in a year and flip and turn it into what he wants. I think that takes some time.
Totally.
Okay.
Like, I think a coach can come in and put his system in a lot quicker than what a GM can do, just because of past contracts, because of who's available and who's not, and where other teams are at. Like, if I was to think about what Stan Bowman's responsible for, and of course Jeff Jackson's in there as well, but you go deadline is probably his first. Well, Draisaitl contract he had probably a big part of. Blank check. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Whatever he signs for, he signs for. He got him for 8 years. Honestly, A+.
Which 14 mils, so if we take those. Yeah.
And in 6 years, that's going to look just fine again, right?
Totally.
But Wallman for a first, Frederick for a second. Wallman, I don't mind. He has some.
I'd both say this was like a conversation that I was having at Ched is like, would you rather trade that first for Wallman or Marchand?
Well, easy. But
right?
I think Brad Marchand really wanted to stay out east, I think.
I would still do Wallman.
Really? I think I would
crazy.
Too.
Just
given what the team needs.
That was the need.
You need a puck-moving defenseman.
Yeah.
And I think I like have him again this year at a good cost. I think
like
that was
Chris Russell that can skate and shoot.
Yeah.
I really do like Wallman.
I love Wallman. Yeah.
You're gonna get one pizza per game, and it's gonna be poke your eyes out bad. But other than that, like he's standing guys up at the blue line. He's playing 3-on-1s, taking one-timers, scoring big goals. Like I really do like the player, and the fact that San Jose got him for considerations and then sent him away for a first. Hey,
masterclass.
Who runs their show?
Greer
for the Oilers. Greer. Yeah. Yeah. Good on him for that move.
He from Detroit, right? Am I correct in saying that? So Detroit paid. They paid to get rid of him. Yeah. Come on, wake up, Detroit. That's why your franchise is a joke.
But then I guess the other one is Frederick, and I don't mind what they've done there either. Like you get them on term.
Too long.
It's too long, but it's
just look at what Tanner Jeannot signed. And
we should see what. Yeah, that's very true. We should see what. Does he have no move clause, Frederick? Do we know about that yet? Because they love dishing those out.
I'm sure there'll be a part.
Do you have that pulled up?
Yep. No move clause.
Is there an anchor?
Full?
Up until 2029, where it turns into
the first 4 years of it.
Yep.
I don't mind it. I mean, that takes him to at least 31.
Yeah. No, I love it.
Really bad enough. Yeah.
Honestly, I think he was the right pickup. I think he was a fantastic pickup. Too bad he was injured.
He didn't impress me at all. But I do think
this year.
Yeah, or else he's gonna get.
He's gonna be fourth line. And I don't know. Absolutely locked down there. Yeah.
I'm curious if you try him at center. I know they did in Boston. I'm curious if that's going to be a little experiment Knobloch's going to do. Depends. I don't know if you run him at the third line center, then bump Henrik down. They have a lot of like choices they have, and they got a lot of kids to bring up too. I mean, I think Savoy plays on the second line. I think you bring him.
I think that's where he starts at least, right?
Yeah,
that's where you start him. Play him with Draisaitl and Mangiapane now, I guess.
Pods.
Yeah. Pods.
Get Pods back up there. Yeah. Get that guy running around.
Yeah.
They said the Oilers have pieces. The Oilers have good players. The Oilers are going to have quality. It's just the team doesn't seem as good as it was a couple months ago, and then a year ago. It just seems to be taking a few steps backwards. They're missing big people. I mean, get Zach Hyman back healthy, back in the lineup. Yeah, that's a big addition there.
Ekholm even. Yeah, he was clearly injured.
You're not getting a goalie. You are not getting a new goalie.
No, you can't afford a goalie.
Exactly. You're not getting, and there's no one available right now. Like Sorokin.
No.
You're not getting him.
Sorokin or Swayman.
I know that's what we were saying last time. I don't think that's ever
going to happen. It's just not going to happen.
Maybe a deadline move.
Well, and
could be.
I keep seeing online.
Talk about the juggling.
Yeah. I keep seeing online. It's just like if the Oilers were to have a little bit of selling season where you're making back some space, when that cap jumps, you have money to spend. You have money to play with. You can bring in a couple of big players. You can bring in a goalie. I don't know.
It just sucks that you have
Who's
the best
McDavid
player in the
signing
world.
for? Yeah, what is he
Yeah,
signing for?
yeah. You have the best player in the world, like sitting there on an expiring deal.
Connor McDavid gets offer sheeted by every single team in the NHL.
Do you think he signs 8, or does he go short? I think we touched on this last week. But what's your gut tell
I
you?
think he does go short. I think he goes
Go
4,
short?
maybe 5.
5 sounds nice.
Yeah.
And that's not like, oh, he doesn't want to stay in. I mean, it's still 4 or 5 years, but
Yeah,
I think
like,
I
Keeping the
half a
option open
decade.
though.
I think there's 2 reasons why you would do this. Is because money's only going to go up. If you do
Yeah.
that, you're still going to be the best player in the league in 5 years.
Absolutely.
And it also makes a window. And I feel like if you sign that 8-year deal, it's like, oh, we have 8 years to do this. We have 8 years to figure this out. You put 4 or 5, you kind of start putting some pressure on you and the whole team, the general manager, to like dig in,
Figure it out. Yeah, I
figure
don't
it out.
disagree.
So,
what other big deals have we missed so far?
oh yeah, I guess we can. We've hardly even started with free agency as there's so much that's happening.
We're doing free
the
agency. We're just doing a bit of a recap of the week. I mean,
a week, yeah.
lot's
I mean, the
going
free agency eve was like the bigger day.
on.
Yeah.
I mean, even like Ivan Provorov signing a 7-year deal with Columbus, $8.5 million.
Well,
That's
it
a
kind of felt
big
like as soon
contract.
as Ekblad fell, then
Yeah.
teams started
Oh,
keeping
just
guys because it was like, we don't have the pieces we think we can maybe sign out there anymore.
and man, just wait, I want to bring because there was a signing right after Ekblad signed his Alexander Romanov out in the Islanders. It was also an 8-year deal worth $6 million, I think, I think it may have been like $100K over Ekblad's. Man, that
What do you
much
think of
that
him?
must sting.
Yeah.
That actually must be that much hurt just looking at like, oh, Romanov, okay, good young defenseman, plays really hard, but then you see Calder Trophy, first overall pick, 2-time Cup champ, Ekblad signed for less money, 8 years, which like if you're agents or if you're an agent in the NHL, you just got to ignore that deal ever exists. Right?
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah,
can't
that's their
look at that
outlier.
number at all.
No, but it's
It's
just
got to
it's
be a
like
one-time thing,
like
right?
we said, like there's X factors to signing in Florida that are more appealing right now than just
Totally.
the numbers. I mean, you're on a winning team. You're at a great franchise, great place to live. The state tax does come into conversation.
2 fat bonuses with that cup ring too. I would imagine.
100%.
Probably
Big
a
time.
couple more coming in the next few years.
Man,
What do you think of Romanov? You know him probably better than anybody.
honestly, it's not a bad deal, but like just comparing it to Ekblad's,
Yeah.
it's like, whoa.
Oh yeah, no.
But like he's not a top pairing guy. He's just you'll slot him second pairing probably. I don't know how they're doing it out in Long Island, but yeah, he's a hard player. He will line up a hit from center ice all the way down into the offensive zone kind of guy, like prime like PK Subban is what Habs
Yeah.
fans always like compared him to. But yeah, hard working kid. But just comparing it to that Glenn.
I know you've got a list of names that you want to run through. I just want to bring up one that I found to be very interesting. Brock Besser stays in Vancouver when everyone
change of heart
saw him leaving.
I think $10 million might have done it too.
I think it had a bit of an effect. Again, I'd rather live in Vancouver than Edmonton. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, honestly, it's not even a bad deal too. It's just over $7 million. 725. That's
Very
not
reasonable.
bad. That's pretty reasonable, right? Like he definitely could have got more money on the open market. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he saw the offers that came in and none of them were appealing to him because he waited till July 1st.
Yeah, but bring up Ehlers again. Would you rather have Ehlers or Besser? I mean, kind of your team needs, but kind of the same player.
Ehlers. I think Ehlers is the top dog.
Besser a close second or a distant second?
I mean, they're about $1 million off, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think they're both paid what they should be. I think Ehlers could have got it even more than 8.5.
the
In only
needs
6
out
years,
there.
which is honestly, this is a fantastic signing for Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got a low cap it, and only 6 years. You don't have that that 8-year deal for a 29-year-old, which is the norm now. But yeah, honestly, I love that deal a lot. Uh, but yeah, here's another one we haven't even talked about for Carolina again. Andre Miller.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big move, eh?
What are you doing? Like Rangers. Like actually though, like
Well,
you
he was
trade
their whipping
away
boy too.
you trade away you got good pieces. Like you got a first, you got Morrow and a second, I think. Like that's a good haul, but Keandre Miller, that's your guy. That's your like you're going into a rebuild. He's 25 years old. You want to keep him in your organization kind of player. Then you trade him off. Oh, maybe you just made some cap room. You sign Gavrikov to a 7-year, $7 million deal.
Yeah. Different
What?
players though.
Very
Like
different players.
Gavrikov
Plays
is
different.
that
Yeah, totally.
Romanov line up
Don't get
ahead,
I like I said,
play hard
Gavrikov
defense.
definitely deserves the money, but he's a 29-year-old
Yeah.
defenseman.
Yeah.
What are the
Yeah.
Rangers thinking here? Are they committing to this rebuild? Is this a retool move?
Mm-hmm.
Getting an older player, getting rid of a younger player? I don't know. Then you're
Yeah,
getting
it's
the
gonna
first as well and a prospect.
real silly when Panarin walks next year.
Dude, man,
Honestly.
the money that guy's
Next
gonna
off
make,
season's gonna be awesome.
elite. I mean, I was looking back to our last free agency video. It was a $1 billion free agency.
Wow.
I think this one hit around 800 million. So not
That's
as
surprising.
not as big as last year, but
What were the big deals?
I don't
last year?
I don't remember at all. big blank in the head.
No, I mean, like,
Big blank in the
I think
It's
I
just
think-
empty.
I think a lot of
I don't
the-
know.
I think a lot of the big boys last offseason really.
I've
loaded
been
up.
looking at a list of players.
You're supposed to be our go-to guy,
forgetting.
Noah. Come on.
I know.
I think a lot of the
Yeah.
big teams though last
come
year
to
they
me if I
really
think.
loaded up and they went, okay, let's go get this Stanley Cup. We saw money spent on big names, big pieces being added to the puzzles, and the big teams just need to keep getting better because you see how good Florida is. You see how Vegas is adding pieces. Like these big teams that want to compete they need to do so much more to just stay relevant and to stay close right now. And there's just not the names are just not out there right now to add to your team.
I agree. Like I said, those are like the four players that we kind of named there. Those are the big dogs, and then it's a pretty big jump after that of just depth pieces, bottom six guys,
And Connor Brown,
third
don't
string
forget
goal.
Connor Brown.
Connor Brown, man.
Would you have paid him that contract?
What was he wanting? Or what do you end up getting?
Well, I want to say like $4 million a year, no?
Four.
It was 3 by 4
No.
or vice versa. I think it was a $12 million contract. And I wouldn't have given him that either.
No.
I like you a lot, dude, but
You're not
kind
that.
of like Perry. I'm not giving you $3 million.
No,
You can't afford it either.
I touched on Corey Perry. So okay, Corey Perry.
Yeah, 3
Yeah.
times 4.
Corey Perry at 125 all day. Welcome back. Stay here.
Yeah.
Let's
Totally.
run. And I get it. You know, if you have an offer on the table right now where you're tripling your salary, go nuts, my guy. You're 40 years old.
Yeah.
Go nuts. You're living out in LA.
Mhm.
I get it. But man, like you had such a great year. You had such a good playoffs, and you seem to be really integral to this team, structure-wise, leadership-wise. Your kids seem to be involved. Like that
Mhm.
negotiation should have been a bit more on Edmonton side. Going, Corey, just retire here. Come on, man. Like just stay here.
Well, or if you're going to go somewhere else, maybe you're not going to get the Bucks, but I know you are all in on, well, not all in, that might be the wrong word, but like LA, you're a fan of what they do, how they play, whatnot. I don't see them
Yeah.
going deep.
Fair.
You know, a second round exit, maybe they go to the Western Conference Final, but whoever comes out of the Central would give me Dallas, give me Colorado, give me Winnipeg.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see LA beating any three of those teams.
That's
I
fair.
totally
That's
agree.
fair.
I don't see this being like if he went and signed in Florida. Sure, man. Go
Sure,
get
that
another
totally
cup.
makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you won at the beginning, win at the end, riding this stuff.
Colorado,
I get
Dallas.
sure.
Yeah.
Go back to Dallas. Yeah, but LA's just. I mean, you can't. How it's tough to look at. What would he make? 3.5,
Mhm.
3, 4. Like it's tough to look that number in the face and say no.
I
But
think it's only
if
2.
you
Yeah.
only 2
No, he was over 3. I'm pretty sure he was
over,
3.
I
I thought it was 325.
It's only
wait.
2. 2 for 1 month
What?
or 1 year.
Shut up. Incentives then, or like bonuses?
Oh
or
yeah,
something?
there's a lot of bonuses on there.
Okay. Well, that might be it too. But you gotta look that number in the face. I mean, we're all human. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna turn it down either. But like,
Also, these
Yeah,
bonuses
you-
are insane.
what is it? Play 5 games and get a bunch?
Yeah, $500K for 10 games.
Yeah.
You
Jamie Benn
get
did the same thing.
quarter mil for, oh my god, at 20 games, 30 games, 40 games, and 50 games.
Yeah. So as long as you stay healthy, you're good.
Then, yeah, winning rounds. So
Winning rounds.
that's a lot of bonuses. Yeah, same
Yeah.
Jamie Benn. Yeah.
I did look
Yeah.
up last summer's free agency, and it was the
Mhm.
summer of the Nashville Predators. If that jogs your memory.
Oh, there it is. Oh, geez, no wonder
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then the National Predators decided to not have an NHL
Nashville
team this year.
Predators, Bruins winning.
Yeah, they got Lindholm and Zadorov. Montour went to Seattle.
Seattle.
Jake
Oh, same with
DeBrusk.
Stevenson
Yep.
on that
Yeah,
deal.
that was a big deal.
There isn't like that many stinker deals out there like that one, I would call it.
What did he do this last year?
I have no idea.
Answer man Noah with none of the answers tonight.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Elliot.
I don't know what Chandler Stevenson did this year. I'm sorry.
Why?
But you'll tell me Roberto Luongo's numbers from 2008, 2009.
Get it together,
The
Elliot.
man had 315 saves with his left hand.
He had 51 points,
That's not
78
bad. How much is he
games.
making?
13 goals.
5 million? 6 million.
66250 for till
Ooh,
2031.
Yeah, so Brock Besser for an extra million?
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Totally. Oh yeah. LA's like I said, LA did a lot. But a team I did like, the Utah Mammoth.
Yeah.
I just love saying that name now.
I still wish it was the Yeti.
I'm pretty sure we did talk about Paterka last time. Like I'm 100% sure. But that was a steal of a deal. I'll keep saying that.
Buffalo loves giving away their young talent.
They love
It's awesome.
it. Oh my god, Buffalo.
They love it. They're a farm team for the rest of the league.
I don't know if they're ever making the playoffs.
That's got to be like chanting new ownership, no?
A
You
lot of
guys
things.
stink.
Kevin Adams, like I don't understand how he's still there. Yeah, ownership. I mean, the whole Eichel situation should have been like that. That should have been the last straw for a lot of it. But yeah,
Yeah.
Sabres.
What the Mammoth
Sabres
do?
Oh yeah, Mammoth. JJ Paterka. Love it. Then they also bring in one of my favorite players in the league, Brendan Tanev.
Mm.
Yeah,
That's a good
hell
deal
yeah.
too.
Yeah. I think it's a term, right? 3 years, 2.5.
Yeah, done.
Good. Yeah, play him with Liam O'Brien. Lawson Krause there too. Whew. They're gonna be. I
That was a
think they
one-year
make the
deal?
playoffs. Yeah. Or which one? Sorry.
Lawson Krause.
Oh
No, I'm thinking
he's been
Dvorak to Philly. I don't know.
Oh God,
They're the same player to me.
Speaking of stinker deals.
Only a 1-year deal though. I mean,
Yeah, true.
they're just trying to get to the floor. They stink.
Yeah, I guess. My bad, Dvorak.
How about Klingberg for 4?
I was gonna say we haven't
See,
talked
that
about
one
John Klingberg.
that one makes sense to me
Does it?
because
Over Dvorak for 5?
100%. 100%.
do you
I mean,
mean?
just the more the situation San Jose's in. I
can
mean,
you-
they were desperately trying to get over the cap
Oh.
floor.
But can you
Yeah, okay.
promise me that John Klingberg will have hips by next week? Because I don't.
Can't promise you that.
Exactly. You don't know what you're getting with this guy.
The last 4 years of his, well, even call it 5, from his last couple of years in Dallas to the prove it deal in Anaheim, to going to Toronto, to then getting booted out of there and coming to Edmonton, and now going to San Jose for $4 million again. Like, what a couple of years this guy has been on.
You take that.
And like,
You take it.
You take it.
I didn't hate him when he came in, especially come to playoff time. I thought he was all
I
right.
think he was pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
thought he did a
really
good
enjoyed
job.
him.
But
Yeah.
you know what? I think you go if you can get $4 million. They get rid of $4 million there, man. Like the Oilers just trying to move pieces right now because it's like they're under the couch right now looking for pennies because they go, "What do we have, guys?" Like
maybe San Jose can give you some.
Yeah.
San Jose has $23 million
San
in cap
Jose is
space.
just how they put that into their stadium, which is actually just horrendous.
The Shark Tank.
Come on, guys. Again,
not
another
bad.
franchise that should be good, should be great. Do I complain? San
they-
Jose? Yeah, I'm down for that. But it's
They will be right
awful.
away.
Yeah.
well,
It will
hopefully
be.
Them in Anaheim. Anaheim's
Anaheim
scary.
Scary.
great.
For man, Anaheim. This like
What do you think of Granlund's deal? 3x7?
Another one where
Pretty
it's like,
steep.
oh, I need to be over the cap floor. But yes,
Yeah.
I think he'll
Hear
fit in
about
just
Mikael Granlund
perfect.
like that?
Yeah, I think he fits in perfectly with Anaheim. Are they going to
Okay.
be more competitive? Yes, but they're taking the right steps forward. I don't think trading Zegras was a good play.
What they get for
But
him?
good question.
remember.
Not a player.
Feels like it's a lifetime ago already.
Not a player move, but
Yep.
the Dallas Stars have a new head coach.
Hey,
think about
Lenny
that?
boy.
Wow,
I think
good
it
for him.
sucks for the
Honestly,
Oilers.
Yeah.
But yeah, good for him, man. That's
Yeah,
the whole point
fantastic.
of being an assistant coach, is to try and get back to the head coach gig.
Mhm.
Yeah.
My favorite thing ever was when he was in Calgary and he launched his stick 17 rows
all the
deep
way up in the
in that practice. Yeah, and he was screaming and slapping and
That was the
swearing.
COVID
And
times, I'm pretty sure.
couldn't tell you.
The world wasn't
head
real
coach of
during
Calgary.
COVID.
Whenever, yeah, Glenn Gillison though, he was
Man.
fired up over something.
But,
Good on him.
Pete
I don't know.
DeBoer now, free agent coach.
Yeah, and that's what they
Curious.
certainly someone wants to take a chance on him and pick him up. Like,
Yeah.
It's a great head coach.
Oh, 100%. I think he's one of the best coaches in the
I
league.
completely agree. Just not
He's the
with Andre in net.
game 7 king. True.
It's all his fault. Okay, Andre, he's nicknamed the Otter. He might as well just have an actual Otter in net.
Mhm.
Maybe he would stop Connor McDavid a little bit more.
If
Probably.
only. Yeah, good chance.
What other big money deals you got lined up?
We can go back to the Leafs, talk about a little bit. They have John Tavares.
Yeah,
Man,
what
that
a
was a
steal. We
Fantastic
talked
deal.
about that. Did we not?
Did we? I don't
Wow.
remember. But yeah, like
'Cause I remember saying
talking
like strip the C.
yes,
still signs for less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They also signed Matthew Knives in that time
Yeah.
between last episode and this one. That's a fantastic deal. I love those deals. I love signing 22-year-olds to that 8-year deal
Yeah.
for less than eight mil. Like that's only going to look well in the future.
Toronto are
And
doing well.
he's
Toronto
looked great.
are putting together a decent team. If they can get consistent
Mhm.
goaltending again this year, I don't see why they can't do something come playoff time. But
Yeah,
then again, they are
again-
Toronto, so
They also need to find a replacement for Mitch Marner now. Like
mhm.
Michael Bezzetta is not that player, as a lot of Leaf fans think.
So who do you what name do you have that they should look at?
For the Leafs, I don't know. There's
Skinner.
It's a weird market. Like,
Jeff-
is that is Jeff Skinner or Mitch Marner replacement? I'm curious where
Yes!
he goes. Honestly,
100%.
yeah,
Jeff Skinner's the man, dude.
yeah, totally.
My
I mean,
name's
he could
Jeff.
just like light it up again.
Yeah, when
Probably.
he's not in the
Yeah,
press box for
probably, yeah.
half the season, maybe he'll be a good hockey player. The guy ate more
Yeah.
hot dogs and he had skate blades. Like, come on. Like, we bring in this guy to score 50 goals and we go, listen, I know you are a talented player. However, have you considered sitting out? What is happening? Like,
I have no idea.
Oh my god!
I want him to come back.
Yeah,
hope he
just
comes
come back
back.
for one more year.
I
instead of
honestly,
move on.
Run it back. Run it back, kid.
You played
you
your first
know-
2 playoff games. Congratulations. We go again next year.
Yeah, how's 4 sound?
How does 4 sound?
Oh.
Oh man!
That's brutal.
And yet
I feel
again,
bad
the
for him.
Edmonton Oilers are going to go into a season with Skinner and Calvin Pickard in net. Can somebody figure
No,
this out?
no. They're going with Stu and got a hot.
Whoa.
Olivia Rodriguez out of here. We need to keep.
We're just gonna glance over it.
I didn't even
What do you
hear
think
That's
of
not
those
happening.
rumors?
You
That's
cut
not
out for
happening.
me.
You don't think it's got a hot? It's all over the Twitter.
Oh, my
Kevin Weeks
goodness.
even said it.
I
Kevin
can't believe
Weeks.
Kevin Weeks said that.
Yeah, it's a
Alone,
crazy
though.
thing to say, hey? On live TV.
It is a crazy.
He must have been a
thing to
little
say.
nervous, eh?
Yeah.
So have you guys ever heard of
Maybe.
Carter Hart? Yeah, he'll be in Edmonton.
And the whole room goes quiet.
I mean, it's the home of second chances, though. If there's a team that's going to do something like that, and honestly, bring in Dubé, Formanton. I mean, the whole gang.
Bullshit.
Okay, we're done. Okay,
We gotta wait for a verdict there.
Olivia Rodriguez, he's out. Yeah, he's
What's
not
going
the
on?
option.
Why did you get rid of Rodrigue?
Well,
What happened
I
there?
don't know.
is he
Just
really it?
his time's the experiment's over.
Yeah.
I feel like you didn't really give him a shot,
Nope.
but
No,
Didn't
not
need
at
it.
all. Yeah. So where does he go? Like a guy like that, like does he get picked
he'll
up
be-
by a small team, or does he just stay down in the AHL, something like that?
oh yeah, he'll be
Well-
in the AHL next year. But I don't
He was
know.
a good
They
AHL
just-
goalie, no?
No,
As
yeah,
far as
100%.
yeah, his numbers were
Yeah.
okay, I believe.
I mean, we were all praising for him to play last year.
But I mean, they had no players down there in Bakersfield. They were playing the janitor for the last few games because the
Mhm.
Oilers are taking up everybody. Like,
Yeah, I'm totally fine with Skinner Pickard again.
well, you're not an
Yeah.
Oilers fan, so of course you are.
I'm A-okay. Like, there's no better option. Is like, if there
There's
was an
no better
option,
option.
I totally would say maybe you get a third string goalie.
What do you want?
I thought like a guy like Alex Lyon was a good pickup. Too bad I
Mhm.
think he signed somewhere else.
What do you want
I don't
for
know what other
Montembeault?
goalies.
What do you want for him?
Montembeault.
What do you
I have
want?
nothing. Montembeault stays in
I'll give you
Montreal.
Jeff Skinner.
The signing rates. He's not even. She's just
Yeah.
Just
gone.
please
he's
take
under-
Jeff Skinner.
Sign and trade. You sign him, then trade him for Montembeault.
I'll even toss in
There
a
it is.
little. Who could I add in to sweeten the deal? You can have the rights to Darnell Nurse's contract if you want.
There it is. Yeah. You guys keep him, but we'll take the money. We'll pay him.
We'll pay him. Oh, your team's gonna be so good, hey? It pisses
I'm
me off.
so excited to watch.
What do you think of the
good
deal?
hockey.
Mallow down to St. Louis.
Oh,
Who they
Mayu.
bring back?
Oh,
Mayhew.
well, Bolduc.
Bolduc.
Love
Zachary.
that kid. Love
Yeah.
him. I
Yeah,
think
that's a
he's
good
perfect.
deal, eh?
It might as
Hockey
well.
trade.
You bring in a Josh Anderson 2.0 kind of player. Might as well. Hockey trade. And
Hockey
I
trade.
mean, the Blues are stacked on wingers. Like, I totally get the trade. You send over one of our top defensive prospects who looked like he was going to play this year, but honestly, after getting Dobson, probably not. Not a really spot. So we have a lot of defense. They have a lot of wingers. Swap over a couple good prospects over. I love it.
Sick,
Good
dude.
hockey trade.
Yeah.
No complaints at all. I think Bolduc scored like 19 goals last year, though. So
It was an impressive number, if I remember.
that's an impressive rookie season. He did take the costly penalty that pretty much killed the Blues season in the playoffs. But other than that, I don't. It's a good trade.
What's coming up here in the next, let's say, week or so, NHL news wise? What should we be keeping an eye on? Is there any names that we should be watching? What?
Well,
what do you
all the
recommend,
camps
Noah?
camps are going on right now, so I'm pretty sure if you go online, you see all the scrimmage camp trade like crap that's going on. Sometimes that's always fun to watch.
Mhm.
But other than that, it's going to be, I hope, a quiet off season. Actually, I hope it's loud for our sake. But I think I already saw pictures of most insiders already going on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Well-
probably going to be quiet. I think it's going to be just waiting for the McDavid extension. Kind of, again, deja vu from Draisaitl last year.
I
Pretty
could
sure
see
everybody's gonna get worked
McDavid
up
taking
about
the
that.
entire summer to sign. I gotta be honest
Yeah,
with you.
totally. I can see it. I don't think it will go into the season. I don't think they want that on them.
No.
Would you trade him if he's
Whoa.
going wishy-washy?
If he like verbally said that he's not going to sign next year, that
No,
then
no,
you
no, no,
have
no,
to.
no. No.
You're
That's too
thinking
easy.
like a Mitch
I'm
Marner.
yeah, like, hey, I love it here, but
He's
like,
stalling,
let's see how
yeah.
it goes.
Yeah.
If he gives you that answer, what are you doing?
What?
You're
what
Stan
could
Bowman
you-
and Jeff
Stan
Jackson.
Bonin, you start ripping out all the hair you don't have. I don't know. You don't. I don't think you do.
I just go off of, okay, you might be able to replace his numbers with 3 players kind of thing. Might.
Mhm.
I don't think you could replace
Mhm.
what he brings to the team. You couldn't
absolutely.
replace how many jerseys he sells. You couldn't replace what he brings in terms
Totally.
of people want to watch Connor McDavid, so they watch the Oilers. You couldn't replace his. You believe in that team because you know they have that X factor in him.
I think the kids call it aura.
Aura points. That's exactly what it
Yeah.
is. Connor
is,
McDavid
yeah.
brings so much aura to this team that you could not replace him with anybody in the NHL. I don't think so.
That's
I
why
agree.
you like you say, Brendan, the blank check.
Yeah,
Put a
oh,
number
yeah.
down.
But it can't
Yeah, I
be a
don't care.
blank check right now. You want it to be, but you can't at the same time because you have to build a
Oh,
team
sure.
around him.
That cap's going up. It's fine.
Yeah.
We'll worry about it later, Connor. It's all good.
Have you heard
Sign
of
for
debt,
me.
Connor? Debt's great, I'm pretty sure. Did either of you boys get a chance to check out the brick tournament going on at West Edmonton Mall?
No, I've seen clips of it.
I did as well, yeah. What a
but
sick tournament that
I
must be.
I would love to. That was a Brendan, have you ever played in West Ed?
Never one time.
Never.
I think I went like skating there like publicly once
Mhm.
because I probably annoyed my parents enough.
But man, that would
was
be
it.
so cool. As a kid,
would be
like
cool.
playing in a mall, the biggest mall in
Mhm.
But no,
Canada,
but like the crowds around that mall to watch those games, it's insane. Like there's a bunch of 10-year-olds out there, and the mall
Yeah.
is packed to watch them.
You see that Max Pacioretty was like coaching one of the teams?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. He
I
was
watched
just
a video
down
of
on
him
the bench.
spraying water.
Spraying water, yeah.
Yeah.
We also
That's hilarious.
It just popped in my brain, but we did not mention Lazar coming to Edmonton.
I like that. So that's a feel
I also
good.
like that. Yeah.
I just like his name, and I think we could run with that with some graphics and some songs. While we get in some laser beams. I don't know. Let's
Heck
run
yeah.
something with Lazar.
Oil Kings legend, by the
He
way.
is. I
Oil King-
remember
yeah.
that. Yeah,
For real,
Mhm.
legend.
I remember watching that game when they won. They won that one, and he was playing with them. Yeah, I remember that one.
Well, let's bring back Griffin Reinhardt for round 2 because run it back with that Oil Kings
Can we
crew.
just bring back
Hell
Sam,
yeah.
Sam Reinhart instead? Kind of the same.
Oh.
He didn't play for the Oil Kings.
I know, but it's the same name. So
I don't
therefore it
know.
equals- just to cross out the first name, we got Reinhardt. Everybody, we're bringing
Yeah.
the duo back together. It's just that guy, Griffin Reinhardt.
Uh,
What a great name, though.
Honestly, yeah.
It's like McQueen signing down in Anaheim.
Yeah,
The
that's super cool.
greatest
Eh?
announcer
Man.
I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
Number
That was,
95, McQueen.
The
Roger.
fact, oh jeez, and to talk about the draft, that was so long. Like we were recording it. Like we recorded our entire episode halfway.
Yeah, we
through it,
watched
but
6 picks, I think.
Yeah.
It was insane. It was the longest. I couldn't imagine. Like, oh, decentralized. Oh, the draft is going to be faster. That means, right? No.
Well, do
not
we
at
need
all.
those interviews? Like,
No.
bring the kid up with
top 3? Do it for the top 3 players.
Mhm.
Maybe
Yeah.
top 5. Like,
maybe.
Yeah.
I don't need them to talk. We never saw them talk to the GMs before. Why do they do it now?
like the Schaefer one was really cool. Like,
Ah,
that
fair.
got me like emotional. Like,
But
it's
that
hard
could have
not-
been
It's
picked
hard not to watch that.
77, and it probably still would have been emotional.
Totally.
Like, that was just a good story. But like, sit him down at a desk, talk to him while the other team's deciding, and then just keep it rolling like that. No, we don't need that extra step.
It was such.
It doesn't have to
then the tech
stop for
issues
it.
that happened for like half the players, where the general manager couldn't hear you, or vice versa, or whatever. Like,
but according to at least I saw Frank Cervalli saying, I'm not too sure who else, but this was voted on by the league, and majority of teams wanted it to go this way. They thought that they have a bit better like backroom staff going on if they were in their own locations, this and that. And I get it. I understand the kind of appeal, but it's like, man, it just did not work the way they wanted it to work, I don't think.
Yeah, I totally get the decentralized draft part. Like, it's a hard to send every single team's GMs and scouts, the whole scouting department. And then you'll sit in this whole concourse area, loud fans going, everything's distracting, trying to make trades and stuff. It's hard to do. But
I think it still can be decentralized without.
No, I totally agree. I
like just rework how
a little bit. Yeah.
Like we talked about the Roger McQueen thing. Like, he went out, he flew a helicopter all the way to Disneyland.
So sick.
Went on a couple rides, posed up with Lightning McQueen, flew all the way back, and they made a whole video package, played it during the draft, and it's still halfway done.
Yeah. It's so cool though.
It says a lot.
So cool.
That was so cool. Like
I hope he actually comes to the league and does something now, because he's got all this hype behind him.
Pick number 95 too.
Come on,
already.
Let's go do something.
Then it had to be the Ducks too, like the Mighty Ducks. They're associated with Disney already. Like,
are there any names coming out of that draft who you really want to keep an eye on?
Hagen's going down to Boston at 7.
Yeah,
I think that
cool.
was one of the bigger ones. I know the Islanders, like they were trying their best to try to move up in the draft and get him and Schaefer, but didn't happen. And honestly, I thought he was a top 5 pick, fell down to 7, I think it was. I think the Bruins are going to love him. He still hasn't committed if he's going to play over at BC. Oh, was he Boston College? I forget now. But
same.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, but like he could be on the Bruins next year. There's a small chance that he could be on the team. So other than that, it is a pretty stacked like top heavy draft. A lot of Canadians, like a crazy amount of Canadians in the first round. And I think only like 2 players that were picked in the first round were under 6 feet.
Wow.
So a lot of big boys.
That to me, 6'4".
But yeah, there's
6'4", 235.
Like there's a lot of 6'6". There's a lot of just huge humans out there. But yeah, good draft. Pretty much all I gotta say about that.
We've covered the
I feel
draft
old these days.
Oh, buddy.
Right? Like, but I don't even know like. There's a lot more years of my life than not. I would have known a healthy amount of prospects. Like, say there's like probably a third. I probably could have rattled off 100 kids coming out of junior at some point. I knew Schaefer.
Yeah.
Hagens. like
this
a handful.
Year,
We're going with like 5. Like it's like, where did that go? Oh, you're now way older than these kids. So that's
older, and you're not at home all day. You're out there working 9 to 5. You don't have time to be figuring out.
This year, last year I went hard into like I made my whole mock draft. I was watching tapes of every kid up till like the second round, and then this year I've done nothing. I was a little busy.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, we talked last episode about what we personally have been up to the last few months and why we did not upload for 285 days, but we're back and we are putting it together. And
we should just blame that on the cartel. That was
it's so true.
We probably could.
Darn it.
That was such a miss.
Well, is Reese by the cartel, or are we blaming like?
I think
Kylie's cartel.
Kylie's cartel.
Baseball? He's a starting pitcher for the Yankees now?
Yeah.
Question mark?
Yeah.
Aaron Judge?
Yeah, they could use the help.
Can we touch on Aaron Judge?
What the Jays do today?
The Jays are just the greatest team in the history of the universe, okay?
Man.
Well, they could have overtook
a run
with a sweep.
Let me tell
It's
you.
currently going top 7, 6-5 Jays right now.
Around the field.
Let me tell
Around
you
the field.
how before.
Braves lost.
Oh, that's okay. Let me tell you how in preseason I said the Toronto Blue Jays will win the World Series this year, and everybody absolutely dogged on me and said this guy is the dumbest
should.
man alive. But I said
They sh-
sometimes you just get a little feeling. The team's got a little vibe going
Yeah.
on. Roger Center
Did
is
you
brand
sprinkle
new.
it?
I didn't, but I said we should put $5 on it as a
We should've.
station. When I was
Yeah.
there, like we could just put a little ticket together. Everyone's like,
Remember
oh,
we're
this
all
guy's
watching
dumb.
home opener where they just blew it.
Don't worry, okay, that was early. They were
So,
figuring it
yeah,
out. They had a 40-year-old
exactly.
pitcher. His thumb is a little sore. They moved on. Okay, they figured it out. The Jays are so bad. And then when he signed, when Junior signed a big contract. What's his first name? I don't even remember.
Lad. Mhm.
Vladdy, thank you.
Vladdy.
When that deal came through, I was like, "This is the team. This is it. They're absolutely rolling. Okay, they got their big boy. The confidence is there. Open the dome. Let's go play ball." And
So,
yeah, called that one.
You gotta say the same thing now when McDavid signs his extension,
Sure.
right?
If Connor McDavid comes out and signs that 8-year deal, yeah, confidence is there that he believes in this
I
program.
honestly I could totally get that.
Yeah, if he goes, yep, 8 years, rest of my career, you got me.
Oh,
He
yeah.
believes in the program. There's obviously a plan in place. Let's trust the system. Let's
Mm-hmm.
trust the players coming in. If he signs a 4-year deal, I go, there's a question mark whether it's a
Mm-hmm.
financial one or a career one. There's a question mark still, and you gotta trust that gut reaction from a player like that.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We will see what happens the rest of this summer.
I got one more.
Hit me.
Oilers legend. Ryan McLeod signs a 4-year deal,
Yeah.
$5 million per year with the Buffalo Sabres.
Good on him.
Yeah.
Secures the bag. Honestly, yeah, great on him. That's a player I'm okay like not paying $5 million
Oh,
for.
hell yeah. And I didn't watch a single second of Sabres hockey, I don't think.
What?
Like maybe in passing. Yeah, what? What? How could you not catch the
Great
Sabres?
franchise.
But from what I do know of Ryan McLeod, I don't need to spend $5 million on him. I applaud it.
Wow.
Good on you.
Yep.
You weren't ever going to get that here. So
See, people take
congrats
discounts.
on the $20 million.
People take discounts to play in Florida. You have to get paid to play in
Yeah, you do.
Buffalo.
And that's part
Yeah.
of that's what I find so interesting about like North American sports franchises with the salary cap is it's equal dollars per team, but it's not equal dollars because your money goes
Not
farther
even
in some places.
close.
Yeah.
Like I go back to the decade of darkness here in Edmonton. You had to
Oof.
pay players to come here and buy into this system. And you want to waste your prime of your career? Come on, play for the Edmonton Oilers. Like, man,
Oh, yeah. But now people want to play for Edmonton. So
well, except Corey Perry, he wants to go to
except
Florida.
for Corey Perry.
God, it's not about the money. Shut your mouth, Corey Perry. Shut your mouth.
I'm curious how he's gonna do with the Kings.
He'll be good.
He'll
Yeah.
be fine.
He'll
He
fit right
probably
in.
won't play top 6. They'll have him in the bottom 6, like most teams would.
Yeah.
But that's what makes us special.
The Edmonton Oilers. Brought
experience.
Corey Perry though.
Well, let's just say
Yeah, honestly.
the LA
It's
Kings.
hard to do.
Cody Ceci, 31 years old. Brian Dumoulin, 33 years old. Joel Armia, 32. Anton Forsberg, 32. Kuzmenko is 29. And Corey Perry is 40. You better win right
That's-
now because the retirement home is calling.
What
Yeah.
How much is Kuzmenko making?
4.3
For how many years?
For this year.
That's it?
Just
A 1-year deal?
just a 1 year.
Okay.
Which is it's not bad. I mean,
I like
still
Kuzmenko. I don't love him at that price, but
at that
for
price
1
it's
year,
a lot. Might as well.
who knows? The guy has skill. It's just a matter of if he's going to use it or not.
Yep. I just love looking
Can
at that
confirm.
T-core with
I have a
CC.
Reese at the ballpark sighting.
Oh,
Can confirm.
Whoa. So
Big
he's
day.
alive. He's
Big
not.
day for Reese.
The cartel does not have him.
No, Kylie's
Confirm.
cartel. Reese's baseball.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Anything else want to cover?
Honestly, we're doing did pretty well.
Will we
Like
be
I said,
back next week? No, will we?
I hope so. I want to. I want to be. I think we can get more into doing games, like
Yeah.
stuff like that. Getting
I
more
love
fun.
games.
One
Well,
full
you
hour
love
of Connor
games.
Brown content?
I love games.
Yeah, we could talk about season. I love games.
No,
yeah,
I
we could
like
do
the Connor Brown thing. Let's just do an
season-
hour of Connor Brown.
We'll find all
Whoa,
the game film of
I
like
love
his,
that.
of like his junior hockey and stuff like that. Watch his rise
Yeah.
through the ranks. Yeah, I like it. Let's do it.
Maybe get a couple guests on during the summer.
Should I call Connor
Sure.
Brown? Should I try to get him on the
Should
pod?
you try to get him? Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I'll DM him tonight.
I'm sure he wants to talk with Edmonton media more. I'm sure
Excuse
that's what
me,
he wants.
Connor. We would like to do an hour on you, please.
So by New Jersey.
Downtown Connor Brown. All right.
Don't even ask hockey related
No,
questions.
no, we're talking.
Yeah. What's your favorite snack, Connor?
You're a sweet or savory kind of guy.
Left side, right side of the bed.
Pineapple and
I'm a
pizza,
left
yes
guy
or
myself.
no?
I think we could have fun with Connor. He seems like a guy that would like that.
You know what?
Yeah,
the
totally.
Oilers should have prioritized signing Connor Brown instead of Connor McDavid. I feel that would be the correct way for this franchise to move forward.
Totally.
Yeah. This is why Around the Rinks is your go-to.
Round the Rinks
hockey
is back.
podcast. Okay, well, that
I'm
was
not
fun.
against
I
it.
enjoyed going over some of the numbers there.
Totally.
I think it's good to break down the league a little bit in terms of what's happening, players are going where. It's you see the
Mhm.
notifications come up on your phone or you read online or something, but it's good to have a bit of conversation around the deals themselves, the structure, where players are going, how they'll fit in, stuff like that. So I think we three enjoyed that conversation. Hopefully listeners did as well.
Mhm.
And yeah, we'll be.
Reese would have.
Reese would have loved it. He would
Yeah.
have been all on board with the Connor Brown conversation. I guarantee it. But
miss
yeah,
it.
we'll be back next week. We'll
Mhm.
bring some content your way as the
Yeah.
off season rolls on, and we'll keep up with the latest news. Make sure you're following us on Instagram and Twitter for up to date content, stuff like that.
Where's that going to be? Right there.
Whoa.
One of the corners.
Oh yeah, new overlay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at us.
look at us.
Big
Look
pigs.
at Elliot in his spare time.
Oh, stop it.
He doesn't
I
know what's
was
going
bored.
on. His
I got
mind
bo-
is empty, but
I got bored today.
Well, no, I'll
Mhm.
let you take it away and wrap up this one.
You're gonna make me do outro again? That was a disaster last time.
If you want.
There's only one way to get better, brother.
True. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. We're there. Around the Rinks. We're back. And we'll see you guys hopefully next week. Peace out.
That has been another episode of Around the Rinks, your go-to hockey podcast. We'll see you next time.